Hello and welcome to Peter Scott Cars. Today we have this 2019 high specification Golf GTI Performance, cared for and maintained to a very high standard with a 4-stamp service history. I'll get a close up to all the bumper corners as we go around the car to show you they are free from any scuffs or marks. There's also no marks or scuffs to the centre of the bumper lower down, can also be quite common. As part of the high specification, car's got the front and rear parking sensors. Get as close as I can to the edge of the bonnet, front of the bumper, to show you there's no stone chips of any note. That is the case all the way along the front of the car. As I get very close to the edge of the bonnet, front of the bumper, the only thing I can see, a couple of minute stone chips. Just put my fingernail next to a couple of them just so you can see how insignificant they are, as to be expected, and certainly nothing more than that. Have to be really close to even notice them at all. Front of the vehicle couldn't be any better. As I take a step back and look down the entire passenger side of the car, can't see any parking dents. All 4 of the alloy wheels really nice, as I'll also show you as we go around the car. Starting with the passenger front alloy wheel, I'm struggling to see a single mark at all. Can't see anything negative to point out on the passenger front wing. Moving on to the passenger door, exactly the same. Can't see any scratches, chips, etc. Both of the mirror covers free from any scuffs or marks. Moving along the passenger door, I really am struggling to see anything to mention. Can just spot a very minor parking dent there. Fortunately, hasn't chipped the paintwork, so I can confirm we will have our paintless dent removal specialist have that completely removed. There's no marks or scratches underneath the door handle, no chips to the door edge, and again that parking dent very minor, you can hardly see it, but that will be completely removed before collection. Moving on to the rear door, same as the passenger front, I'm struggling to see anything detrimental to mention. Get a close up underneath the door handle again to highlight there's no marks or scratches, no chips to the door edge again. Onto this rear panel, exactly the same, there isn't anything to mention, and that alloy wheel identical to the passenger front, struggling to see a single mark at all. Into the vehicle from the passenger side, firstly I'll point out there's no marks to the passenger step. Inside the vehicle couldn't be any better. Just get a close up to the wing and edge of the passenger seat. Absolute minimal wear, if any at all. Cars have the overmats fitted, so there's no sign of any wear to the carpets or footwells. Get a close up to the passenger footwell to highlight that. Just lean across just to show you the driver's seat from the passenger angle. You do see plenty of cars where you're looking from the driver's side, seat looks okay, then when you look across from the passenger angle, seat looks out of shape, baggy, but not the case with this GTI. No problem at all from either angle. Seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. Get a close up to the rear of the front seats just to show you they are free from any kick marks or scuffs, can also be common. Again, those overmats done the job, protected all the carpets in the rear, also free from any wear. Just bringing you around to the rear of the vehicle, again bumper corner free from any scuffs or marks. There's also no marks to the centre of the bumper, can be very common. People park a little bit too close to someone or something, mark the centre of the bumper, but again, not the case with this GTI. There's no scuffs to the trims on the underside of the bumper either. Again, people easily go over high curbs, scuff the underside, but not the case with this GTI. Nothing to mention on the tailgate of the car. Inside the luggage compartment, exactly the same as the rest of the interior, couldn't be any better. Parcel shelf, of course, is present. Just get a close up to the top of the bumper just to show you there's no sign of any luggage rash. All the plastics in the luggage compartment, again, couldn't be any better. You do often see cars people have carelessly loaded in items, ended up marking the top of the bumper, scuffing the trims, but absolutely not the case with this Golf. Again, bumper corner free from any scuffs or marks. Looking down the driver's side of the vehicle, can't see any parking dents. that alloy wheel, exactly the same as the other two I've already shown you. Struggling to see a single mark at all. Onto this rear panel, certainly no scratches or parking dents. I'm struggling to see even the most minor of stone chips. All the door edge really nice again. Underneath the handle, exactly the same. Can't see anything to mention on the rest of the door. As I've already said, seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. There's no kick marks or scuffs to the rear of the driver's seat. If there's going to be any chips to one of the door edges or marks underneath the handle, usually on the driver's, but again, I'm struggling to see anything to mention. I've already said both mirror covers free from any scuffs. Nothing negative on the driver's front wing. And onto the final alloy wheel. As I've gone around all four of the alloy wheels, I am struggling to see a single mark at all to any of the wheels. Really is an absolutely cherished example. As I go around the entire vehicle inside and out, other than a couple of very minor stone chips to the front of the vehicle, other than them, I'm struggling to see anything to mention at all. Some of these performance vehicles do have a reputation of being owned by boy racer types, a little bit used and abused, but absolutely not the case with this GTI. Really is a cherished example. Into the vehicle from the passenger side, driver's side. Driver's seat could not be any better. They are quite a shaped seat on the GTI, so I've seen very low mileage examples where the seat's even quite worn, but really couldn't be any better on this vehicle. Again, no sign of any wear to the carpets or footwells. High specification. It's got the virtual cockpit, heated seats. As I've already said, really is a cherished example. Going around the entire vehicle inside and out, I'm struggling to see anything to mention at all. It is worth noting we have all of our vehicles independently inspected by the AA. That is a 128 point inspection, which includes a 5-mile road test by an AA engineer just to make sure the vehicle is correct on the road. You can view the 128 point AA inspection report on our website at peterscottcars.co.uk. We also have finance calculators on the website, so if you are interested in some additional funding to purchase this GTI, you can pop to our website, model a finance quote and apply for finance directly through our website. We will come back to you within 10 minutes once you have submitted an application. If you need any assistance with any quotes or applications, please do just get in touch. We guarantee the lowest rate of finance coming direct to ourselves. So if you are thinking of financing the vehicle through an outside finance broker or finance company, please get in touch with ourselves first for the guaranteed lowest rate of finance. I've just gone around the vehicle one final time there just to make sure I haven't missed anything. And I say again, an absolutely cherished example. Struggling to see anything to mention at all other than a couple of very minor stone chips. There was that also very minor parking dent, which I can confirm will be completely removed before collection or delivery. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you require any further information, you'd like us to set up finance, part exchange valuation, etc., then please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch the video. Hopefully you did find it helpful.